I hope you can hear me okay. I'm in a residential area, so I don't want to talk too loud. It's nearly 7 o'clock in the morning. This week I'm on urology, and I've only got 2 days left to get everything signed off for this particular block. So I'm meeting Abby at 8:15, and then we're going to try and go to a clinic together. I think it's a Stones clinic this morning. And then because I deleted all of my Clarkings, I need to do 3 Clarkings today. And then we have a teaching session at 3 o'clock. So I'm going to keep the talking short and sweet for once and just vlog what I'm doing, but not do so much talking because I've got a lot to get through. But I'll still take you with me over the next few days, but there's just a lot to get done. So I'm going to head to the library now and get an hour of studying done before meeting Abby.
What if the world had more of your smile? What if the wind could spread your love? What if your sweetness could reach everyone? There'd be no wars. Maybe the birds will sing about your heart. Maybe the trees will whisper the word. Maybe the sun will spread your joy to the ones who lost their hope. Fill my head with roses. I can't help but dream away, standing on a
sunset slow, hey, you know you should stay for the night. What you think? One more drink while we sit by the bonfire. 'Cause this might be love. It's a feeling that I can't get rid of. So just take my hand, 'cause you know I don't wanna play pretend. Stay with me, take a chance, baby, roll the dice. Gotta give me some love, 'cause when I'm with you, I'm in paradise. You know how to make me feel alive. Gotta give me some love, nah, nah. Gotta give me some love, nah, nah, nah. Gotta give me some love, nah.
on. Failed it. Oh!
Still I was thinking we were just friends. Had we met before and you're calling up my phone like you did. But every morning when I wake up, you're not there. You're telling me you know what you need, but when I turn the lights off, it's all so clear. I can't get away, can't run away, I can't get away. You're bringing on the heartache. You're bringing on the heartache.
Just to talk to you really briefly about something that happened earlier and why we need to be careful in medical school with comparing ourselves to other people. And it's really easily done, isn't it, when we start watching, for example, medical students who post videos about pulling all-nighters, or, you know, a study with me 12 hours with no break. When I first started medical school, I thought that was gonna be the norm, that I would have to study, you know, 10-12 hours a day in order to succeed on this course. And I think now, being in third year, and even now during this exam preparation season, I think it's just really important, first of all, to find a study method that works for you. And it's very different for everybody, but what I want to say is you don't have to burn out and make yourself ill just because you have exams coming up and just because it's exam period and you're at medical school. And I think we need to really take care of ourselves regardless of how much we have going on at medical school. And I wouldn't recommend that anybody sit in a library overnight for 12 hours for health reasons. I just don't think it's sustainable. It's Saturday, so I'm not on placement today, and I got up this morning at around 6 a.m. as usual, and then I fed Clara. I did a little bit of work before the gym. I got to the gym for 8 o'clock. Before going to the gym, I did some food shopping, did an hour's workout, came back home, cleaned the entire flat, did some washing, and then made a plan for the day. By this time it was probably about 10 o'clock, had a shower, dyed my hair, and then got dressed, got ready, brought all of my stuff out to the kitchen table, and then read over the plan, and I started studying. And I went over some of the questions that I got wrong on the end of year exam, and it was like everything in my body was just like, I just can't do this. I just have no drive, and I just felt really, really, really tired. Like my brain was just full, you know, like I just have so much capacity, and it didn't matter how much I was reading over the answers, nothing was going in. And I think at the beginning of medical school, I just would have pushed through, and it would have been completely pointless because I knew in that moment that I needed to meditate, and I needed to take an hour out just for me to do whatever I needed to do to get myself into a state where I was ready to study. And I think we need to understand the difference between being lazy and being unproductive because we can't be bothered. So for example, in those moments where you have the brain space, you have, you know, enough energy, but we just choose to pursue a different activities. So for example, watch Netflix or go to the pub. But I think there's a really distinct difference between that and knowing when to push through in those cases, and those other times where our mind is really, really tired and nothing is going in, and our body is tired and we just need a little bit of rest and downtime. And that's what happened earlier, and it was really strange because normally I would have just kept pushing through. And there was a particular question on renal medicine, reading again and again and again over the pathophysiology, and I was like, it's just not going in. It's just like there's no point. So I just stopped, and I did a meditation, and I fell into the deepest sleep for about 45 minutes, I think. And I woke up, and I just feel like the information from the last few days has kind of been absorbed, and now I have brain space to absorb more information, if that makes sense. So long story short, what I'm trying to say is, first of all, don't compare your study techniques or how you prepare for exams to anybody else. It's individual to you. If you feel like you need a break, that's my second point, take it. Don't burn out because it's medical school exam season. It's just not worth it. Our health always has to come first. And my third point is, I think it's better personally to study for 4 to 5 hours a day, intense studying where you're in the zone and this information is just going in and it's productive, rather than saying, today I'm going to study for 12 hours. And I don't know, maybe it's because I'm older. I just can't see how you can literally study for 12 hours and have that information be absorbed, and I can't do it. And I don't know, again, if it's necessary to study for those hours in order to pass exams. I don't think it is. Anyway, so it's 1:45 now, and I've moved my things back into my bedroom. I'm gonna have a cup of tea, and today my plan was to do gastro, but what I noticed was on the end of year exam that I've started correcting. Most of the questions that I got wrong were on renal medicine, which is really interesting. So again, just like I did for cardiology the other day, I'm gonna basically go through the entire section on renal medicine, and it's not my favorite, I have to say. So endocrine, renal and urology, probably not my favorite specialities. So I'm going to try and go through all of the conditions that we need to know about, plus the ones that came up in the end of year exam that are not on our curriculum, but I need to know what they are so I can eliminate them if they come up as a possible MCQ.
But every morning when I wake up, you're not there. You're telling me you know what you need. But when
I don't know what's wrong with me today, but I just sat down to do 40 minutes of work, and I started to feel like I wanted to stop studying. But now it's different because it's not anything to do with the fact that I'm tired. It's just because I want to sit down with Clara and watch Netflix and have a chilled Saturday afternoon, which is not an option. I think this flat is just so peaceful and cozy and quiet that if I'm not 100% in the mood to study, then it's really easy to get distracted. I'm being perfectly honest with you, I know that I show that side of myself that is hardworking, hopefully, and dedicated to medicine, but some days when I know I've got to push through, I find it really difficult to get my stuff together and just keep going. And I need to do about 4 or 5 hours today, and I've done about an hour. So I've got my stuff together and I'm gonna go to prep. They open until 8 o'clock tonight. I just need to get out the flat and then eliminate all distractions and just get this done.
someone would get hurt. I love you, what to do now, do now. Only problem is I love you, what to do. You got me bound, make my world spin round. I love you, what to do now. I won't.
That would be lovely. Thank you so much. Do you not need them for yourself?
I can't, I'm diabetic.
Oh, of course. That's so lovely of you.
And I won't see any of my family for another week, so...
Oh, what's your name?
Pardon?
What's your name?
My name?
Yeah.
John.
John, I'm Rebecca. Very nice to meet you. Thank
nice
you
to
so
meet you.
much. That's so kind. Thank you.
You always said we were the good ones. Like an 18-minute thriller movie. I always knew you always meant it. But now we're standing on the bedside too. Oh, I never meant to hurt you, but I hurt you, so sorry for that. Now you need space, I get it, like you said, it's alright. So I'm counting all the days till you come around to show me what you found. Since breaking from this misery, I wish that you could see me now that you're gone. Cause you need to be alone, away from our chemistry. I just hope you'll end up knowing that I'm meant to last. I'm counting all the days till you come around. Or will you come around? Will you come around? Oh, believe me, we're the good ones. You know I always got your back. So please don't tell me that I broke us, cause I could never live with that. Oh, I never meant to hurt you, but I hurt you, so sorry for that. Now you need space, I get it, like you said, it's alright.
Isn't it amazing how you can get up in the morning not expecting to meet anybody that would have an impact on you, and then in one split second you meet somebody out of the blue who is just so kind and has such a positive impact on your whole day, brings a smile to your face. And I truly believe that these people are gifts from God. They're here to remind us that people are good, people are kind, and I'm so grateful for that experience today. And it was really weird because the entire morning until about 2 o'clock I was procrastinating and faffing, and if I hadn't have felt those things, then I would have stayed home all day to study. So I don't think anything happens by coincidence. So the pure fact that I was procrastinating made me then go to prep, and then because I went to prep, because I was faffing beforehand, I met this beautiful person who was kind enough to go to Marks and Spencer's and then come back and bring me some grapes. And he didn't have to do that, you know. He could have just taken them home, because he basically said that he'd been to Marks and Spencer's and he'd gotten some grapes for free. I don't know if that's true or whether he was saying that because he didn't want to say that he bought some for me. But the fact that he came all the way back to Pret and he thought about me and he wanted to give me the grapes, and he was just so nice. And I don't know, those little gestures just mean so much. And they I don't know, it's like sometimes I do feel, to be honest with you, that I lose, or I have done in the past, like I've lost trust in human beings because of my experiences, and I try every single day to see the good in people. Hey Clara. But then when something like this happens, it's almost like, yes, people are really kind and people are good. So I'm really grateful for the experience and for the grapes. So I've just got back home now. It's just gone 6 o'clock. I'm so glad that I went to prep because I got a lot of studying done. So it's turned out to be a really good, productive day. And now I'm going to make some dinner and then chill out with Clara for a little bit and then try and do another 150 questions on QuestMed, and then I'll just chill for the rest of the evening.
So please don't tell me that I broke us, 'cause I could never